everybody, it's Kim. I'm glad to be able to be together here on our mats again, at least virtually for now. So I'm really excited to have the opportunity for us to practice again together. So we'll have some fun today. So 60 minutes, we'll kind of take it easy. We're gonna start here in a nice comfortable seat. So work on some breath work, create some heat, and then just take a nice Vinyasa flow for today. So let's start here in our seat. Just sitting up nice and tall, just kind of any cross-legged position. You can sit on a block or a cushion or anything you want. We're just going to start our practice with just some breath work. So you can plant your hands down on your thighs or leave them up and open, or maybe in your palms open it in your lap, whichever feels good. Just get nice and comfortable, but sit up nice and tall so we can open up those airways. Really take a nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Use these first couple breaths just to arrive. And sitting up nice and tall in your seat, allowing your sit bones to connect down to the earth, your knees to open up. Maybe close your eyes here and just focus in on that breath. To start with some of our breath work today, we're just doing a little bit of our counting breaths. So just sitting in your seat and again, closing your eyes if that feels good for you. Just begin to take your breath in through your nose. Just take a count, making sure that that inhale lasts at least for 4 counts. So big breath in, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, open mouth, exhale for at least 4 breaths. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale through your nose, just like that. But find your length. So find what it is. Maybe it's a 4 count, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 3. And just fill up. And then open mouth, exhale for an equal, or maybe even a longer exhale. Feel your breath begin to flow through your body, filling up and releasing down. Let's take this breath into our Ujjayi breaths, for our internal breath, our victorious breath. So again, staying with that breath in through your nose, letting it hit the back of your throat, and then coming right back out through your nose. Allow this wave of breath to kind of just take over this moment for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Two more just like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Last round of breath, at least for now. Or at least just like this one. And out. We'll add a little movement here with our breath. So on your inhale, let your arms rise up, nice and long. Big breath in. Holding those hands up nice and high. And then we're going to place one hand down to the mat and take another one nice and over. Nice little side body stretch here. Big breath in and out. And then back through center on your inhale, stretch up and lengthen out. And then exhale over to the other side, nice little side body stretch. Don't crunch that chest in, so keep it nice and open to the ceiling. Back up. And now we'll take a little twist with that. So now we're just going to take our hands and take our opposite end to the knee. So right here, my right hand's back, my left hand's on my knee. Big breath in. Maybe we're going to hold here just for a little twist, taking your knees over our shoulder. Hold for the exhale. Big breath in through center. Nice and long. And then take it over to the other side. Exhale and the twist. And then stay for a round. Inhale. And exhale. Back through center. And heart center. One round of breath, and then we'll go through that cycle one more time. Inhale to rise. Then exhale to open up that side body. Inhale to rise. Exhale, open up that side body on the other side. Inhale to rise. And then exhale to twist. Stay for a breath cycle. Back through center. And we'll take that twist in the other direction. Then staying for a breath cycle on this side. And then back through center. And hands here. Big breath in and out. Adding our voices to our breath this time, either out loud or in our hearts. Fill up with breath. Your eyes open if they've been closed any of this time. We're just going to place our hands down in front and just kind of rolling over. We're going to roll over into our tabletop. So get our nice tabletop position. I'll come here to the side. So nice flat back. Arms are underneath your shoulders, starfish fingers. Feet can come flat down onto your mat, or if you're really more comfortable, you can always flex your toes here. It's up to you. So just lay that down. Then we're going to move in through our cat and cow. So we're going to continue to warm up that spine by just releasing through our cow, head up. Chest and shoulder blades, kind of connecting the back tailbone up to the sky, belly down. And then turn it into your cat, exhaling that air out to that belly up to the ceiling, kind of pushing up and in here. And then move through again with your breath. As we're just beginning to warm up and explore what's here for our bodies today, I'm just going to invite you to maybe close your eyes. You can stay here with your cat and cows, or maybe move into some C curves. Maybe some other movements that are calling to you right now. Again, just warming up our bodies here. So we're just going to move through these cycles for another 4 to 6 rounds. So nice and even, so we can even out both sides if you're doing C curves or whatever it is that's kind of calling to you. So just breathe it in. 4 more rounds of breath. In and out. In and out. 2 more rounds, keeping balance on either side. Last round of breath. And then we're going to meet back in that neutral tabletop. So again, planting your arms right underneath your shoulders, hips distance apart with your knees, big breath in, just holding that table. And now we're going to thread the needle. So we'll start with our arm, one arm up nice and high, and then thread the needle here, taking that cheek and chin down to the mat. We're going to hold here and then just explore what this might look like for you. So maybe we're holding here, maybe we're taking a little bit of a bind around the back with that top arm, so you can take that up and around. Just continue to open up that shoulder here. Or maybe it's taking that arm long and taking that leg long too, and then you can always take that leg up. A couple more rounds here, and then begin to unwind. Right arm comes up nice and high for a counter stretch, then come back to that neutral. Let's take it over on the other side. So in this case, my left arm's going up. And then we're threading through left cheek and ear down to the mat, and then exploring on this side, whatever feels good, that bind again, up and around. Or maybe that extension of your hand and your leg. Have some fun with it, just explore. And begin to unwind when you're ready. Counter stretch, nice energy all the way through those fingertips and back to that neutral tabletop. Nice. Wiggle it out, maybe a cat and cow or a C curve to reset. Nice. Pushing in through here. Let's tuck the toes now. This time hover those knees and then push back for our first down dog. Get into your first down dog. Here we stay nice and wide in the beginning, pedaling out your feet. Wagging your tail a bit side to side. Just finding your space. We'll explore it here a little bit on our down dog before we continue on. So send those hips up nice and high. Evenly distribute the weight through your shoulders and pushing through your hands and the tops of your feet or back into your heels. Deep breath in and out. Now let's come up high up on those tippy toes, and then we're going to shift our heels over to the right hand side. So we're just going to come over, staying in our up dog arm, down dog arm, just kind of pushing back. So we're pushing equally through our left and our right shoulder here, making sure that we're continuing that equalness, because that one shoulder is going to feel a little bit light. Come back through center. I think it's been bored with this. Hips up high. And then taking those heels in the opposite direction. So we're just going to toe heeling them back together. Hips up high, pushing equally through both shoulders. Come back through center. Nice, going up on those tippy toes, and then send those heels back. Nice. Let's bend those knees. We'll look towards the front of the mat and just take a nice little stroll up to the front. And we'll meet in our ragdoll. So hips distance apart onto your feet, hinging forward with the top half of your body, and just grabbing a hold of those opposite elbows and just hanging out. Walking side to side, giving a little sway, nice little bend in your knees. This doesn't serve you, you can place your hands down to the mat and just give yourself a little bit more support. We're going to stay here for 3 more rounds of breath. Two more rounds. Last breath cycle here again. Take your time. Getting any final movements here in your ragdoll. Plant your hands down. Toe heel your feet back together. And then let's take a nice roll back up to our standing position. Let your shoulders back, hips coming back down, legs digging into the ground, 4 corners of your feet into the mat. Big breath in. Rise up. And then hands into heart center. Big inhale, rise up. Let's swan dive down to the earth, forward fold. This time we're going to come into a flat back, so taking your hands to your shins, looking up over the edge of your mat for a nice flat, long back. Inhale. And then forward fold. Release. Bend those knees, take it up nice and slow again. Inhale to rise. Arms up overhead. Big breath in. And then hands into heart center. Inhale to rise. Now this time we're going to hold here. We're going to do a little bit more side body stretching. So take your right hand, you can grab a hold of that left wrist, and then just take a nice little pivot. So okay, pivoting here, pushing your feet down to the ground, so feel the 4 corners of your feet. Just a hold on the side body here. Just a nice little stretch. Just like we did on the ground, but now we're just in our standing posture. Inhale through center. And then let's take that line, just grabbing hold of that opposite wrist, just pulling it. Again, don't forget to root down to those hips. Back through center. And let's take it all the way down the middle, forward fold, release. Flat back, inhale. And forward fold, release. Then this time we're going to plant our hands down and we're going to step back to our plank. So just take one step back and then the other. Coming to a nice high plank here. We're going to hold here. We're going to hold here for a few moments. So you always have the option to drop your knees down to the earth if that's too much for you. But again, we're just going to 60 minutes today. So we want to create some heat in that belly, and that core. So really holding here, really strong, zipping up that breath. Big breath in. And out. Let's hold it for just 2 more rounds. You got this. Ready? Big inhale. Exhale. Just 1 more. Now slowly lower down to your belly. Release your hips, release your feet, crown down to the earth. We'll continue to open up our shoulders here, so we'll work through our cobra, but taking a little twist here. So you can keep your hands here to the side, or if you'd like, you can tense your fingers on either side of your mat. We'll come up and inhale through our cobra, and then taking a little twist. So just similarly we did, taking our cheek and our right shoulder down to the earth on exhale. Back through center, and taking the other cheek and shoulder down to the mat, exhale. Inhale through center, come all the way straight down. Tugging those hands back underneath your ribs here, they're next to your ribs here, and now we're going to come up all the way. Nice full cobra. Hold here for a moment so you can just stretch out that lower back a little bit. You can even begin to take your thighs up off the ground if that feels good. And then we're going to meet in our down dog. So coming back, rolling up and over, or maybe coming through a tabletop first. Down dog. Let's put that all together, so the hips up high. Bend your knees on the exhale, tiptoe, walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat. This time we're going to meet in that halfway lift. Forward fold, release. Coming up nice and slow, big breath in, rise up, and just walk back to the edge of my mat here so you can see. And now we're going to slice it all the way down the middle, forward fold. Flat back, inhale, move with your breath, and forward fold, release. Now let's modify our things here. This time we're going to plant our hands back and sit back to that plank again. We're going to hold here for a few moments. Just go with your vinyasa nice and slow for the first couple of rounds. Hold here, build up that core, feel that strength in their toes here and in your legs. Just holding here for 3, or 2 more, 1 more breath. Now this time we're going to pivot just forward just a smidge here, and just halfway down to chaturanga arms. Push up through our up dog. And then roll over, down, dog. 2 breaths to reset. Big inhale. And exhale. Big breath in and out. We'll run through our Sun A flow 2 times. So move with your breath. I'll cue us through, but feel free to closer, faster, and making any modifications along the way. Big inhale, hips up high. Exhale, bend those knees, walk, step, or hop, front of the mat, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, release. Coming up strong, filling up with breath, arms up high, big inhale, and heart center. Coming up nice and high, big breath in. Swan dive down to the earth, exhale. Flat back, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands, step back to plank. Hold here for breath, so inhale and exhale. Now your vinyasa, your flow, so come halfway down or all the way, whichever you prefer. Take that up dog chest or that cobra, big fill up, and then push back to down dog. Nice, 2 rounds to reset. Fill up, exhale. Big breath in. And out, let's throw them one more time, hips up high, bend those knees, walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, release. Coming up nice and tall, fill up with breath, inhale. And down the center, forward fold. Flat back, breathe in. Plant your hands down to the earth, step, hop back to plank. Hold here for 3. For 2, for 1, and then move through your vinyasa, coming halfway down or all the way. Inhale through up dog or cobra, and meet back down dog. Big breath in, and big breath out. Let's take it down to the mat for our child's pose, taking our knees nice and wide, Resting our head down to the earth. Our hands coming out in front of us. Just taking a moment here to bring our heart rate down a little bit. We can take a nice little side body stretch here, so you can take your fingers and just walk them over off to the side of your mat. Get a nice little side body stretch here. When this side feels nice and stretched out, you want to take a stroll over to the other one. A nice little side body stretch here. Coming back through center. Now you can hang here in your child's pose for as long as feels good. We're going to hang here for another round or two of breath. If you'd like to stay in child's pose for longer, go for that. Just use this time to just allow the benefits for our first 20 minutes or so of our practice to really just sink in, allowing your body to feel warm now and relaxed. Coming into that breath, fill up and out. Again, staying here in that child's pose, or if you're ready to move on, we're going to come up to our down dog. So just pushing up your hips nice and high, and you can pedal out, get yourself set up in your down dog. Big breath in, and big breath out. Now this time we're going to go right into our three-legged dog. So we're going to take our right leg up and high. Now first we're going to keep this leg nice and long here. So resist that urge to kind of bend it over. So we're going to keep it nice and long. So we're planting that foot and flexing the toe. Maybe take it a little bit higher. Big breath in. Now empty out your belly, so take that knee into nose, so you're kind of rounding out your back here and pulling up through, and then come back up to our three-legged dog. Now this time step all the way through to your warrior one on the right. So right foot forward, the left edge of your mat coming up. Inhale to rise, warrior one. Hips facing forward, just pushing through that front leg and opening up. Take your time as we move through our first warrior poses. And hips down, bending into that foot. We're going to humble our warrior today, so let's take our hands behind our back. You can just take a nice bind here and open up your back a bit. And then take that shoulder down inside the edge of that knee. Release that head. And hold to the spine, stay nice and low. Inhale. And exhale. Release that bind, coming back up through that warrior one, stretch it out. Now let's open up to our warrior two. Nice. And again, now we're just shifting our hips here to the side and maybe even taking our stance a little wider. Our nice wide warrior two stand. Arms out to the side, allowing your legs to start firing up here because we're just holding these poses. Staying with that breath. Let's flip that palm and take a nice reverse warrior, staying nice and low with our legs. So we're staying right where we are there. Big breath in. And then we'll continue to our flow into our side angle. So right arm down, left arm comes up and over. Big breath in and out. One more hold here. Let's come back up to our warrior two. Nice. Let's flip that palm again, reverse warrior again. Now this time we're going to go through our vinyasa. So placing our hands back, tilting those feet, stepping back through plank, and then moving through your flow. We'll meet in our down dog for 2 rounds of breath. Excellent. Big inhale. And exhale. Let's take that up and over on the other side. So three-legged dog up on the left. Remember, stretching out, flexing that toe up a little bit higher. Knee to nose, exhale, round out that belly, tuck in that knee behind that toe, back up, three-legged dog. Now all the way through to warrior one on left. Right, left leg comes forward, right pinky edge toe of that back foot, hips facing forward, arms up high. Big breath in and out. Means you're strong warrior one. And we're going to take that bind again. This time just switching your binding your fingers, just one finger over to the right and the left, because we're going to humble our warrior again. So big breath in, Taking that bind behind your back, open up your chest. Maybe a little baby back bend to start. And then bending down. Now this is our opposite shoulder coming in and down here, holding onto that bind. Again, maybe one finger over to the right and left. Release that head. And use that bind to pull up. If it doesn't serve you anymore, you can always release it. Push down through your legs a little bit longer. 2 more rounds of breath. Now release that bind, coming up nice and strong. And now open up to that warrior two. So again, you're just shifting those hips from the side or from the front over to the side. And your hips are staying long here. Again, maybe a little wiggle too. Take that front foot out a little bit longer. Warrior two. Finding your Drishti. And then we'll move to that same flow onto this side. Holding here. Flip that palm, reverse, taking a nice little side body stretch. And then coming into our side angle on this side. So left forearm down. This time right forearm comes. Right arm comes up and over. We're going to hold here. One more breath. Now coming back up to that warrior two. Flip that palm, reverse. And then move through your vinyasa, through your flow with this leg. Pivot those feet, step back to plank. You can always have the option from plank to skip the push-up part and just go back to down dog. Big inhale and exhale. Big breath in and big breath out. We're gonna go through that flow, just picking up the pace a little bit so we can generate some heat in our body. So stay with my cues and my breath, or feel free to move on your own breath. But again, just move with your breath, move with your focus. 2 breaths to reset, and then we'll flow. Big inhale and exhale. One more round. Let's start on the right-hand side with that right leg coming up for our 3-legged dog. Empty out, knee to nose, exhale. Back up, 3-legged dog. All the way through, warrior one on the right. Inhale to rise. Exhale to settle. Now let's just begin to flow. So open up, warrior two. Flip that palm, reverse warrior on your inhale. On your exhale, flow down to side angle lunge, up and over. Hold for a breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Let's flip that palm, reverse one more time. Then cartwheel down, pivot those feet, and vinyasa. 2 breaths to reset. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Left leg comes up, knee to nose, exhale. Back up, 3-legged dog, inhale. All the way through, warrior one on the left. Inhale to rise. Exhale, settle. Inhale. Then open up, warrior two. Flip that palm. Reverse, staying nice and low in those legs. Nice side body stretch. And then moving through, coming down onto the left forearm here. Right arm up, extended side angle. Hold here for a round of breath, in and out. Back up to our warrior two. Another reverse warrior. And then vinyasa down to the earth. Plant your hands, pivot. We'll meet in our down dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. Another round just like that one. With a big inhale. Nice job. Let's bend those knees. Let's walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat. We'll meet in that flat back. Forward fold, release. Let's come into our chair pose. So bend those knees, coming up to our lightning bolts here. So just coming down and bending at your knees. So our knees aren't coming too far forward. So you don't want to be here. You want to be back here and kind of sticking your bum out like you're sitting in that little chair. And arms up here like a lightning bolt. If this is too much, you can just keep back to your sides. Whatever feels good. We're just going to hold you for 3. You've got this. Ready? For just 2 more. One more big breath in. And then forward fold, release. Halfway lift, inhale. And forward fold, release again. Let's go back into that chair pose, Uttanasana. So we've been here just a second ago, so let's get back into those knees. Back up, sitting nice and low, holding here. We're just gonna take it for 5 this time. Ready? A little bit lower for 4. Again, creating that heat in our bellies for 3. 2 more, you got this. We're so strong in our legs. 1 more big inhale. And forward fold, release. Let's wipe that away with a flat back. Setting up for a nice flow. Plant your hands, move through your flow, step back to down dog. That's where we'll be. However you want to get there, it's exactly the way you should do it. Inhale. And out. And then big breath in. And big breath out. Let's take that right leg back up for that 3-legged dog. This time, let's open up those hips. So now we're going to open up those hips and give them a nice little roll here. Straighten that 3-legged dog out. And then gently coming all the way through, forward through. Here, about this time, we're going to come up to our crescent lunge. So our legs are going to come up side by side on our railroad traps, again, pushing through our front knee. So you can see that wider stance here. It's going to give us a nice little balance. Oops. Pushing through. I sometimes like to even drop my knee way down and then straight. It gives me a really nice little lunge here. So arms high. And now, just settling in. Big breath in. And out. But this time we're going to take a nice twist here. So we're going to take our hands into our heart center. And then we're going to take a nice little pivot forward here. And take this outside elbow and twist over to our right. So my stance here. So again, nice wide stance here. Get comfortable before you come down. Hands into heart center. Pivoting, come down, and taking that twist over to the wall. So you can see my elbow coming out the outside of my knee here. Placing my hands on top of each other. You can open up your wings. If this is too much, whoops, you can even, take a nice wide high twist. So coming into that crescent and just opening up this way. One more stance here. Now, whichever twist you're in, we're going to open up to our warrior one. Flip that palm. Now this time we're going to do a nice reverse triangle. So we're straightening our front leg. Coming back and up like this. Over. And then keeping our legs nice and long. We're going to come out to our side for a nice wide-legged stance. Taking our feet. Looking forward, maybe a little bit in if that's okay. Hands onto your hips for a nice wide-legged stance. Big breath in. And then gently fold, keeping your legs nice and engaged, not hyperextending them, but just, we're going to take a nice dip forward. Nice and slow, take your time. Your hands should be the last thing that comes down to the earth. Then we're going to have some yogi's choice here. So you can come down, you can just stay here in your nice little wide-legged fold. Just relax, maybe like a rag doll, or maybe hold the back of your neck. Stretching out your inner thighs. You decide that you wanted to come into some bends and bending into each side. Maybe taking your hands to your heart center, or just keeping them down to the earth and just taking some side by sides. So find your space. Explore what's your calling for your body on this side. Stay here for another 4 rounds. Another 2 rounds of breath, so begin to balance out each side if you're doing a side to side or anything like that. We're all going to meet into our center, planting our hands down to the earth for another round. Inhale and exhale. Now place your hands into your hip creases, and then just as slowly as we came down, just slowly again use that core to come up nice and slow. Big breath in, rise up. And then exhale to your warrior 2. You know what we're going to do. Flip that warrior. And then vinyasa back to our down dog. Any way you want to get there. Lots of options. Let's open up the other side. So this time we'll take our left leg up. Now opening up those hips. So again, begin to roll those out. Open up those hips a little bit. Come back to that three-legged dog. And now this time we're going to take our stance, our crescent lunge on the other side. So left leg forward again, taking your time to find that first crescent lunge. So again, finding that stance for your twist. We know that that's coming up here. And then whichever twist is calling for you. Again, bending into that knee, straightening it out, finding your space, balancing your weight. Arms up high. And then when you're ready, come in, heart center, and then take that twist. Again, down low, arms spreading open, or staying up high for that twist up here. 2 breaths in and out. 1 more. Big breath in, and then cartwheeling open to your warrior 2. Again, we're going to kind of take a little bit of a difference here. So warrior 2, straightening out to that reverse triangle. And this is a nice stretch over the other direction. And then we're going to come into a nice wide-legged again. Now this time we're going to keep our feet out to the sides and come into a nice goddess pose. So if you just come into your goddess pose, bending into your knees, taking your stance as wide as feels good. We're going to start with our hands in our heart center here. We're going to hold here. You come a little bit lower. Now we're going to pulse here for 10. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's hold here. We got this for just 5 more. For 4. Woo! For 3, 2, 1 more, a little bit lower, and big breath in. Woo, nice. And nice exhale out, warrior 2. Lift that palm, reverse, and vinyasa. We'll meet that down dog. Big breath in, push back, down dog. 2 breaths to reset. One more. Let's bend those knees. Let's slowly come up to the front of our mats. Half a lift, inhale. Fold, fold. Then gently, gently, gently come up. All the way up. Big inhale. And then hands into our heart center. We'll do just a quick balance today, just to get our little bit focused here in our breath and just take a little, just slow it down a little bit. So our first balance, we're just going to stay here in our Tadasana, so our perfect mountain stance. So just standing here, feeling up tall, zipping up your belly, hands out to the side, feeling those 4 corners of each of your feet. Feel your breath. Close your eyes. Just allow yourself to just experience these few moments. What do they feel like? How is your breath? The temperature of your body? The beating of your heart? 2 more rounds. One final breath here. Begin to flutter your eyes open. If you can look closed, big breath in. And then hands to our heart center. We're just going to take a nice gentle tree on either side. So we'll start taking our right foot up. So put that focus onto that left leg, rounding it down into the ground. And then decide where your tree is. So maybe it's a kickstand, maybe it's here on your calf, or maybe it's all the way up into your inner thigh. We just want to stay away from that knee. So find your space. Hands into heart center or wherever you'd like. You can even keep them to your hips, or begin to grow your branches. Big breath in and out. Inhale to rise, and then exhale to gently come back. Do a little wiggle. Nice. Let's just take that focus and that energy back into that Tadasana for just 2 rounds. Allow the ease to come back over your body. And then when you're ready, we'll transition onto the other side. So just taking your hands in and up, bringing into your heart center, shifting the weight over into your right foot and taking that left leg. Again, maybe it's staying here into the kickstand or coming into your calf on this side. Maybe it's going all the way up on this side just like the other. Or maybe it's just staying in Tadasana. Hands into heart center and breathe. Grow your branches if that feels good. Two more rounds. Big inhale. And then coming back in through the center. Nice little wiggle. Big rise up. Swan dive down to the earth. Halfway lift, inhale. And forward fold. Hold here in our forward fold. Just for actually, let's stay here in our forward fold. Let's take a little bit of a change. Let's take our feet a little bit wider. So you can just toe them out a little bit. And let's take a big toe forward fold. So you can just take your peace fingers around your big toes on either side. And then come up to a nice flat back here. Just straighten out your legs. Big breath in. And then sending your shoulder, or your elbows, out to the side. Release that head down. Big bend your knees or sway side to side a little bit. We're out after kind of get to now. Until we heel your feet a little bit wider. This time we're going to come down to the earth. So you can take them out just a little bit wider. Then we're going to come into our Malasana squat. So coming in here, taking your elbows into your knees, and your hands into heart center. So you want to sit up nice and tall here. And zipping up your core, you can grab a block to place it underneath if that feels good. You can stay right here. Maybe close your eyes and just decide that you want to spend the next 10 rounds of breath or here, just sitting here in your Malasana. Or if you'd like to just have some fun today, maybe we're going into a headstand or maybe into a crow. So if you'd like to try something like that, maybe just play around a little bit today. So let's try first and just placing our hands down to the earth. You take your knees and kind of placing them into your armpits and resting your feet. Maybe it's just resting your feet onto your calves. Onto your arms. You're just taking one foot up and then the other. Or just playing around. You can just play around with your crow a little bit here. Just play. Or maybe it's just sitting here in silence. Or maybe it's just balance. Maybe it's the other toe this time. Maybe it's both just for a second. Have some fun. Big breath in and out. Just 2 more rounds. We're going to come back into our Malasana squat here. Big breath in and out. Nice job. So let's stay here in our short, and again, staying with those nice little side stretches, placing your right hand down and then left hand up and over, just like we were on the floor. Now switching sides, place your hand and then up and over. And back down, both feet. Coming up, let's toe, heel those feet back together. Big breath in to rise. And then exhale, coming down to our heart center. And we're going to come back down to our mats. So we're just going to come back down to our mats and go into our back bend sequence. So just get comfortable here. We're just going to do just 2 back bends this afternoon. So I want to spend a little bit of time in our inversions and in pidgeot today. So let's go down to our back bends. So we're just going to do 2. I'm going to show you a bound bridge and a wheel. Feel free to take any variations that you like. So for our bridge, we're going to take our feet and plant them down to the earth. Take your hands down here to our sides. You want to keep your inner thighs pushing against each other. And you'll almost be able to tickle the back of your heels here. Finish this way. Good. Then when you're ready, we're going to exit all that air out of our belly. Then inhale, pushing those hips up nice and high. And then you can start to bind your arms to be one
shoulder blade and the other shoulder blade, grabbing that fine from those pinky edges of your fingers down to your mat, pushing a little bit further higher into those thighs. Keep those thighs together, pulling in, tightening that glute. Big breath in and out. We're only doing 2 bridges today, so we're going to hold them a little bit longer. 2 back bends, I should say. Big breath in. Just 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slow. 1 more round. Now slowly come on down. Nice. Roll out those shoulders. It's windshield wiper those knees side to side. And now take a nice pencil stretch. So nice and long with your legs, arms up nice and long. Stretch up the belly again. Now we'll set it for our next back bend. So again, you can stay with your bridge if you want to do a down bridge again, or if you didn't bind your bridge the first time around, you want to do it this time, go for it. If you want to practice your wheel, so again, setting up your feet just like we did in our bridge. For your wheel, we're just taking our hands up overhead, fingertips facing back towards our shoulders. And on your next inhale, rise up to your wheel. You're going to hold here for 5. Squeezing those thighs together for 4, for 3, for 2, 1 more big breath in, and slowly give your head and neck lots of support. Come on down. Again, windshield wiper those knees side to side. And then we're going to move to Jivana Konasana, so soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide. Beginning to open up our hips a little bit more. Gravity to our thing. Left hand to the heart, right hand to your belly. Release. Taking a few breaths here just to relax onto your back. For a few minutes, so just put a few extra breaths here, just so. Close our knees up like a little bump. Then we're going to bring our knees into our chest and grab the back of our thighs here. Now we're just going to take a nice little rock and roll the length of our mats. We'll just rock and roll here. We're moving to our pigeon, so we can rock and roll all the way up to a nice seated position. You can kind of roll forward and hit the wall here. And then kind of roll all the way through until you get to your down dog. If you want to take your hip openers on your back in figure 4, just stay right where you are. And begin to cross over one leg to the other. You want to start your pigeon, we're going to rock and roll all the way up to our down dog. And start on the right hand side. Right leg up. Do like a dog. Again, open up those hips if you want another little hip opener before you move into that pigeon. Giving it a little space. And then when you're ready, we're going to start on the right hand side. So right knee comes to right wrist. This leg should be coming along the front of your mat. Tuck that toe if that's good. And then just sending that hip all the way back along, staying up here, then gently melting down to the earth, maybe just coming down to forearms or to a block or a pillar or whatever you have in your home. Just relaxing into your pigeon. Our hip openers can be tricky. As we sit here in our pigeon, kind of straightening open our hips, we feel a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of emotion in our hips. So just be gentle with your body here. Sometimes those hips can be a little bit tighter than usual, so just send your breath there. So just send your breath. If anything feels tight, just breathe through it. Maybe close your eyes and just allow the sensations of your body to just be exactly where they are. And just acknowledge them, and that's all that you need to do. We'll stay here for another 3 rounds. Coming into your final round of breath. Or if you'd like to stay here longer, feel free. You're going to gently walk back. up to the top edge of that left foot. Keep that right leg back up, three-legged dog. And then we'll switch to the other side. Maybe a pedal or a shake or a wiggle in between. And then left leg comes up nice and high. Open up the hips. And circle it out. We'll go up 2 before you're coming down to the mat. Now left leg, left knee, I should say. Come to the left wrist. And then take your time. Settle in, nice and high. Again, perpendicular to the front of your mat, flexing your toes if it feels good. And then straight with that right leg, this time back. Keeping your hips in line, so you want to make sure that the hips are kind of facing forward here. Plant your neck down, then gently releasing it down to the earth. Find your space, so whether it's all the way down, halfway down, maybe it's even just staying up here. And if this is enough for you, then that's awesome. This is where you should be. Get all that passion and energy in those hips. Come back to your breath. And settle in. Just 2 or 3 more rounds. Your final round of breath here. We're gently going to walk our hands up. Big breath in. Now this time, instead of kicking through our three-legged dog, we're just going to come over onto this hip and swing that foot around to the front. Come out nice and long. If you're staying on your back for that, feet your forward, you stay right where you need to be. You all need a nice front staff pose here. Big breath in, again, finding the sit bones. Inhale to rise. And exhale to forward fold. Now again, you're just kind of reaching forward. So you're going to reach forward and then come down. So maybe it's not here, maybe it's up here, but you want to just kind of move forward. So reach forward and then just tuck your head. Inhale, we're going to rise up. Hands to our hearts. Now we're going to do a sitting tree, just like we did before. So we're going to stay with our feet long. We're going to start with our right leg bent here. So just train your legs so your foot is coming out long, and this is coming into your inner thigh, just like you would if you were standing tree. So again, just like with our tree, we're opening up our hips. So twist that, your hips open here, so you're staying nice and long. And now take that bend forward. Again, nice little hip opener here. Inhale to rise up, hands in the heart center. Then we're just going to switch sides. So your right leg comes up, maybe a little shake in between, and then taking your left leg in all the way into your thigh. So again, we're kind of like sitting tree. And don't let your hips kind of shift to the side. This is kind of where they'll naturally want to go. So you're pulling your hips back, just like if we were in our tree sound or standing. So you're hipping here, and you're really opening up this inner thigh in here. So big breath in, and then hip, and fold forward. Nice. Inhale to rise. Come back in again, so you roll those legs out, give a little wiggle. Inhale to rise. And then let's lower back down to our mats, nice and slow. This anything nice, long pencil stretch here that feels good. Then we're going to eventually take our hands back and coming back into almost like a bridge pose. So we're going to take our inversion here. So lots of options. So I'm going to just feet up the wall. Actually, you can just sit here. If you have a block, you can maybe put a block underneath your back, give yourself some work, some square blocks with things ahead. So you can just simply gently coming up at your feet at the wall. Or if you have a wall, this is something that we can do in our house all the time. And maybe this is where you stay throughout your Shavasana as well. Take advantage of some of that space. Just relax here, send your arms out to the side. And just experiencing, and going back to that, just experiencing the moments of what's calling for you. If neither of those two options are appealing to you, always go into the shoulder stance. Taking your time to get into that shoulder stance, making sure you're supporting your lower back. Tucking your chin. Feeling that energy moving in opposite directions. Staying through your inversion. And then going through that experience. So is that going back down to a plow? Just staying up high? Is it maybe opening and closing or scissoring your feet in that inversion? Coming into death man's pose. We're all going to meet whenever you're ready. With our backs slowly down onto the earth. Bring our tippy toes back down. Breath in and out. Coming into a nice little ball here. And let's open up for our happy baby. And the outside edges of your feet, just again, rock side to side. Giving yourself a little lower back massage. Again, maybe straightening out one leg and then the other. Back into that little ball. And then we'll keep our right leg in here and send our left leg nice and long. Then we'll open up our back for a nice supine twist. So taking that knee gently, rocking over, arms out to the side, and gazing out in opposite direction. Or just closing your eyes altogether. Back through center whenever you're done on that side. Nice little ball. Now let's switch sides. So holding on to that left knee, right leg comes long. Then sending that knee over to the other side. And taking that gaze towards the other direction. Bring back through your center. Take any last asanas that are calling to you. If it's a ball, maybe it's a happy baby. It's just further stretch. That's just wherever that is. Big inhale. Then we'll meet in our Shavasana, sending your legs nice and long. Arms out to your sides. Big inhale. And nice long exhale. Shavasana.
Taking any final breaths here. Staying here in Shavasana, finding some gentle movements, within your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, bending into your knees and gently rolling over into your right hand side. Coming into a nice fetal position. Your knees into your chest, your head, your hands, taking a moment to be thankful and grateful for your practice. And when you're ready, we'll meet back up at that nice comfortable seat that we started in. Keeping your eyes closed if that feels good. Take our hands into our heart center. Big inhale. And exhale. We'll close our practice with one Om. Please join out louder in your hearts. Fill up your breath. Taking your hands up to your third eye. All the light and love we still have for each other, even when we're not together. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Namaste. Namaste, guys. I really enjoyed our practice together, and I look forward to sending some more videos along and continuing to practice together until we can meet again in the studio. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye. Have a wonderful day.